Hey, how's it going? I came back and I feel very comfortable. I think it's because Native Americans love raffles. We really do. So I should have brought more of us. So the theme is the future. So I guess I can't talk about us Native Americans because we're not in the future. Have you ever noticed that when you watch like science fiction movies? They're like, we just don't come up very often. So like Mr. Spock, you're so stoic, you must be part Native American. But is there one? Please.
Robert Beltran on Voyager.
Yeah, that's right. In Star Trek Voyager, they're like, wait, we should throw an Indian in eventually. What is this? The fourth generation? Why not? So that's that's good. It's kind of sad. So what is the future? I gave a talk. I think it's amazing. It's just how fast technology is moving to the point now. I feel like even like if you're a science fiction writer trying to write about the future. Well, first of all, a lot of it's been written. So much sci-fi has been written on a big sci-fi fan. It's what I do to make quality time when I'm not playing World of Warcraft. Anyway, I'm really nervous and distracted because today's the first day of fantasy football, which I've never done before. But I gave up World of Warcraft and I need some way to keep in touch with my friends. So this is kind of how I'm doing it, and it's very nerve-wracking because I'm really into numbers. And that's all this is numbers all over the place. So anyway, so talking about the future, I have a daughter, and that I made, well, my girlfriend, and on purpose. She wasn't an accident. I know some people are like, really, Jim? Were you trying? Yes, we were trying. First of all, babies logically cannot be accidents. If you think about it, there's too much repetitive motion involved to be an accident. You can't accidentally churn butter. Oh, look what I did not mean to make all this butter. I should have stopped 20 minutes ago. I am so clumsy. Butterfingers, you know me. And my girlfriend and I, we met at Stanford. We didn't start going out though until more recently when I moved out here. She's originally from here, LA area. But we're both nerds, and I'd read a study that in Silicon Valley that nerd breeding is frowned upon. I don't know if you know this, but they say it can lead to higher incidences of autism, right? Which is disconcerting. I know. Like what are the consequences of autism? Social awkwardness, that's supposed to be a big one. Social development problems. And I'm like, well, I have that. How bad is that? It's horrible. Okay, so that's why I play World of Warcraft, so I can be Allagash the Wizard, and then I'm cool again. And, maybe that's the future. Maybe that's why I'm stopped playing, so I can wait until we can have like 6K streaming World of Warcraft immersive, where it'll just be like the Matrix, but Dungeons and Dragons. And then, I don't want to leave. Stop trying to wake me up. I'm Allagash the Wizard here. So anyway, that's the future. It's sad, but I think it's important. But anyway, but really sad is that my daughter actually, she was tested earlier this year, and then she is, in fact, autistic. So that's something that we've been trying to come to grips with, and I'd say for the first 2 months at least, I was in denial. They're like, well, she's developmentally delayed. And I'm like, well, maybe she's procrastinating, because I do that a lot. I've actually procrastinated my whole life away. I don't even know what I do. I don't know what I've been doing. I just procrastinate everything. Anyway, but she is autistic, and she's, so what is the future for her going to be? It's kind of scary. I think she's going to be an earth scientist. Anyway, she plays with mud. I don't know. So, but she's really, she'll really focus on things and just she's very repetitive with things, which I can be too, like with movies. Like she knows the dialogue to Wreck-It Ralph better than I know the dialogue to Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I think that's amazing. That's not easy to do. So I'm very proud of her. But it's kind of sad. And I'm half, by the way. I'm half Native American. I'm half European mix of things. And my white half, I don't talk about too much because nobody seems to care anymore. But my dad has an identical twin brother, which is pretty neat. Except my uncle doesn't have any toes. He lost them when he was in the military, and they were on a training exercise in the mountains, and he got lost in his truck, which my mom says, of course he did. I'm like, oh. And then they got frostbite, so they chopped them off. So if you ever really need to tell them apart, ask them to lean forward, and whichever one can't stop. That's my uncle. I know it sounds mean, but they catch on, so it's okay. But speaking of, my dad's not really into the future. Like, he's against human cloning, which I'm like, it's fun to see him and his brother protesting. It's wrong, see? Oh, we're the same. Anyway, so the way I've been surviving, I got annual passes to Disneyland, and that made me really think about, because you walk into Tomorrowland and it's walking into the 80s. So it's really confusing. Like, look, Velcro, whoa, my God, I want those for my shoes. So I really don't know what to make. I have some of my own ideas of what we can do. A smart toilet that's smarter than I am. It can beat me in chess, but it can't, it's just a toilet. And it's so smart it becomes self-aware, it just gets really depressed. This is really what I was made to do? Anyway, that's, my other idea is a treadmill that calculates how many calories you burned and then releases a cookie. Or you can put it with ice cream in the tube or Doritos, whatever you're into. So you're not gaining weight, but you're not losing it. So it's like a good balance in life, and as a Native American, that's important. See, that's most of my new jokes. I don't have time for that. Oh, and my daughter also, we fight over my phone to play video games on it. Or I need to do stuff like follow my fantasy football team, and then she just wants to play Fruit Ninjas. And I know, I think that's offensive to ninjas, fruit. I'm not sure. Okay, well, thank you guys very much.